A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I do like the look of the very athletic Morgan Rogers. He's a very powerful ball carrier with the right intelligence to play in all advanced positions. He's someone who comes to life in and around the box, always asking for the ball, even in the most crowded places.
McAllister! And that has fizzed wide.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Sends it crossfield. Hazard, driven in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Cantona.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's having... Suarez gets flagged offside. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's a sharp little ball here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
Fletcher cuts it out. Nicely shaped ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, it's played into the area. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Played out to the left flank. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Diouf. Saliba wins the duel this time. And he's gone looking for safety. Quarter of an hour played. Silvestre kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's intervened well there. That pass has been well intercepted. Knocks it into space, and he plays one through. Just real chance! They've got to be quick to... Oh, it's fallen loose again! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Robson has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Now it's Hazard. Neither side yet able to find the net. Cantona. That has ended up in no man's land. Cantona. That ball looks a good one, and it's made its way to him. That's rather hopeful. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Adams cuts out the pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Has a look and plays it forward. Takes a shot! Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Robson is the team's great visionary. Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Robson. And here's Suarez. McAllister. And they're quick to get it back. Silvestre. Juve. Now Robson. And that was very necessary. And he cuts out the supply. Robson. McAllister. And Sylvestre. Nice looking ball. Rodgers wants to run onto this. Law! Rodgers. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Cantona.
Cantona really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
Juve is fouled. And that's going to be a booking. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Always going over the top.
Szoboszlai will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
And no, that was never going to make it. Dixon tries to play it through. Robson crosses it in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
McAllister. Decent chance! What a wonderful goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought...
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Manchester United trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
After the final whistle today.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitutions taking place.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Great vision. And the finish! Of course! They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Darren Fletcher. Szoboszlai. And reclaimed it in a trice. Berbatov. Now, can they get him away? Sylvestre. Now, looking to orchestrate a counter. Law providing an outlet on that flank. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. That has not gone well. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Robson gets into a good position. Who saw this coming? Manchester United have come back from the very brink. And they're back on the ball again. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. Manchester United could not have chosen a worse moment. So where will he go? Goal! Arsenal! Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
Arsenal leading now. Threads one in. Diouf. Here comes the cross. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnetic impact.
Number 20.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Field. Number 13, Berbatov. Number 5, Van Nistelrooy.
Shorlinton.
Number 21, Owen.
Szoboszlai.
Number 18, Joelinton. Number 22,
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
And here's Berbatov. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy! And there's his goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United drag themselves back again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And it's Szoboszlai. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Big chance! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Substitution.
Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Owen engages and forces him off the ball.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Scholes looking to play him in. Always goal side. Scholes. And he hits the net. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So again, he's given it away, and he shoots!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's picked his way through, back where it came from. And this is Berbat's chance! And it's come back out to him. Oh, that wasn't far away. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Impressive jump! No, just not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Hazard. And he lines up a cross. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Minutes has been indicated.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Can he get on the end of this? Law. The ball has bounced loose now. Berbatov. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. We are into overtime.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Hazard. Bullish header! And that is it. That was the last kick of the game. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
And just a quick reminder today to please drink responsibly. Anyone appearing intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 17, Fletcher. Coming on to replace him is
So our quest to
14,
find the winner
McAllister.
continues. Manchester United conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? Probing pass. Law finding himself in space. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. De Bruyne.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Van Nistelrooy is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now that looks a decent ball. Scholes. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. McAllister, and here's the chance to counter. He won't be happy with that one. It's a pretty loose pass. Great ball if he can get there. De Bruyne. Saliba cuts out the pass. Oh, that's fabulous. Berbatov. He's in a great position here. Scholes looking to add to his goal. Not the most accurate pass. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, the ball's gone astray. It's crossed into the middle, and it's kept out by a stubborn defence. In again. Cleared without hesitation. Stood up well to him there. Scholes. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And we're halfway through extra time.
That parking in the area around the stadium
So those
is
15
strictly
minutes
forbidden.
have
Please use
flown by.
parking provided by the club
Limbs
or any
now
other
and
paid
heads
parking
indeed at the
facilities in
point
area.
of exhaustion. How will this end?
Substitution in progress.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. This ended up in no man's land. Looking for options for movement. And he's got the beating of his man. Aimed beyond the defence. Shot, surely! Adams clears without hesitation. And that's a throw-in. Pass somewhat off target. Saka. Drogba looking to receive it in space. He is through here. Adams calmly anticipates. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Szoboszlai made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And that has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a... Drogba! Decent hit from there. Berbatov is onto it in a flash. That's it, there is no more. It is going to penalties. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
A brief rest, and then it will be time to refocus. So the calm before the storm. Van Nistelrooy to get things going. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air. Oh, keeper looked very big there.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Saka is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. Oh, and the keeper guessed right too.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Manchester United are looking to keep pace here. Great penalty, outwitted the keeper.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Drogba is second man up.
I suspect he's just overthought that, Peter. It's a brave attempt, but he really should be getting it on target.
Berbatov is third in line.
I think he instinctively knew the keeper was going to move.
Up steps the man with the armband.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
De Bruyne is the fourth man to step up. Never in doubt.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
So the fourth man in line walking up to the spot. That's a brilliant read.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off. He's telling himself he can get it done. He just has to pick the right spot.
Dispatched! Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.